Hello, welcome to my channel and thanks for tuning into this video. Today I'm doing another lipstick based look video, and the lipstick today is Lisa Eldridge's Velvet Ribbon. So if you'd like to see me create this look, my thoughts behind it, and how I put it all together, just keep on watching. All right, starting out with bronzer, I have the Guerlain Terracotta Nude. I like this because it just gives sort of a sheer application of bronzer. Still gives a nice color to the skin, and I find it quite neutral toned. So it shouldn't interfere too much with anything else that I'm going to be doing today. It's going to be quite a colorful, strong look today, so this is a nice complement for that. Doing a little bit of contouring with the same bronzer around the lips. I've mentioned this before in at least one of my other videos that I like to do this just to sort of balance out the face. And I find too, if I'm wearing a bright or a dark lip, this is nice as well, as it brighter and darker colors can sometimes make my lips look a little bit smaller, so this just enlarges them a tiny little bit. For my eyes, I'm going to be using the Natasha Denona Love palette. This is the one that came out last year, and I'm doing a pink and red look basically, and I love pink and red together. I always love those colors together, and especially with Valentine's Day coming up, I thought that this would be the perfect occasion to do a pink and red look. So I'm going to start out on the eyes with Valentine. It's a nice pale pink color. Just get everything started with that. Be a nice little transition. Okay, now I'm going to go into Heart here, which this really looks like a true red shade, but I find it is really more pink, or certainly a pinky red at least. You can see there. I mean, part of that is because I'm putting it on top of a pink as well, but this tone really does have a lot of pink in it. But I think that's appropriate actually for the Velvet Ribbon, because I find there's quite a lot of pink in the base of the red as well. It's a blue based red, and so the pink kind of goes right along with that. I think the animals are having a witching hour right now. Freddie seems to be up to some mischief. He's standing on the table back there and batting things off it. Oh, and Eva's running around too. Eva's usually quite well behaved, but she's a very jittery, skittish cat, so she does act that out sometimes. So I'm just continuing with Heart here, just kind of building it up slowly, going gradually with it because it is quite a strong color. Okay, and now I'm going to get my mini booster. And I'm going into the shade Heartbeat. And with that, I'm going to darken up the outer corner. Just kind of pull the shape out a little bit. Okay, I'm gonna go back into Heart, which is that red, and just blend a little bit all over. I may want a little bit more depth in the corners later on, but we'll see. I think I do want a little bit more definition. I'm not doing a cut crease because I really can't be bothered with that, but I'm going to sort of try for a bit of a faux cut crease. So I'm going back into Heartbeat, which was that darker one, with the flat definer, which is going to give me more precision. And I just want to kind of make a little line there. Now for the rest of the lid, I have a couple of options that I'm considering. I could just go into Giving, which is kind of a duochrome shade there, which is very pretty. I could put Valentine all over the lid too. That's a matte, but it would give me the nice contrast. But then I also have my Cleona shadows. I'm going to do a video on these, but I just got these stained glass ones. Might be nice actually to try to use this one here. That's Sunbeam. That's the lightest of those three pinky tones that are up top. Here's what I'll do. I'm going to do Valentine, which is the lighter matte here. I'm gonna put that all over sort of the main lid space. And then I might put Sunbeam on top of it. We'll see. Just wanna see how this looks first. So hopefully you can kind of see what I mean by doing a bit of a faux cut crease. And maybe it's a real cut crease, I don't know. I think of a cut crease as you have to go in with concealer and then put your lighter shadow over it, but anyway, it doesn't really matter what it's called. And I'm using Heart to blend. I think it would be nice to put a topper on here. So I'm going to grab Sunbeam here. I'm going to try applying it with the 21 brush from Refer. Yes, I'm liking that. It's really nice. I don't want to say too much about these Cleona shadows right now because, as I said, I will be doing a video on them, but they're amazing. I am so impressed by them. So that's what we have. Now I will go into this Giving shade. And I think I'm just gonna try and see what happens if I just put a little bit of that kind of right on the center. Just brings a little bit more pink back in because the Cleona is a multi-chrome, which shifts to I think to a turquoise and a green and a yellow. So I just want to reinforce the pink feel a little bit with Giving. And let's put Giving on the inner corner too. Okay, now what I've done is I finished up the upper lid here. So I took a black pencil onto my upper waterline, and then I used an angled brush and I mixed together this shade, which is called Commitment, with Heartbeat, and I did kind of a powder liner with those. So for the lower lash line, I want to go a little bit softer. So I'm going to start out with Valentine here on my little Refer 03. And I'm going to go into Intense. And just add a little bit more color there over top of Valentine. And then still with the 01, going to mix Heartbeat and Heart together. And just put that right at the outer edge, just to kind of tie in to the upper, to the lid. I'm going into Transparent here, which is kind of a pinky champagne, I guess you could call it. Just gonna put that on the lower lash line too. I don't know it's gonna make much of a difference, but kind of just want to see what that looks like. Pulling Transparent into the inner corner too, on top of what I already had there. All right, now for the cheeks, for highlighter, I'm taking my Dior Rose Gold palette. I can't hold it up because this shade has fallen out and broken. which I gather is a problem that a lot of people have had with this palette, which is really not good. Especially for a luxury brand, you're paying for hopefully the quality that's good enough to avoid that kind of an issue. So this is just a nice, pretty mild highlighter. It does give a nice sheen to the cheek, but it's not very colorful or anything, so it's just going to give a little bit of light to the cheek without really taking over anything. And then I'm going to go into this Dior blush, also a Dior product, which is the Rouge Blush in Golden Nights. This was their holiday blush for 2020. And this was another holiday makeup product that I was able to get on sale this year, a little bit after the holidays, which is always nice. I think this is just a perfect color. It's kind of a medium pink and it has a little bit of golden shimmer in it. And I just think it balances nicely with the rest of this look. You have to be kind of careful, obviously, when you've got such bold eyes and lips going on. You don't want your blush to be too strong, but then at the same time, it can't be so mild that it really gets lost. Or the face looks too pale in the center. So I was just sort of buffing over a little bit with my smooth buffer from Sonia G. And then I'll just top up a little bit more there. And now it's time for the lips. So here's Velvet Ribbon, a classic red. Perfect for Valentine's Day, I think. Here we have it. This is the completed Velvet Ribbon makeup look. I hope you enjoyed watching this. It was fun to use some of my favorite colors and really fun to create a bold look like this. Of course, Velvet Ribbon is a color that can go with lots of different types of makeup, and it looks, you know, great with just a very simple makeup look as well. But I always like to go a little bit extra with these lipstick-based looks, so I hope that you had fun watching me create this one. If you have any requests for any other lipstick-based look videos that you'd like to see, you can let me know in the comments. That would be great. And if you have any other comments or any questions or anything, you can leave those in the comments as well. If you'd like to see more from me, I'd love to have you subscribe to my channel. Thanks so much for watching. Take care, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.